Yo yo ho, a pirate's life for me. Okay, doesn't look like a pirate's wheel yet, but that's what we're going to do on our next project. I already finished up the pirate on a barrel, and now to make a captain's wheel. So what I'm going to use is a hula hoop, some PVC pipe, and try to figure out how to turn this into this. Okay, so we start off with one basic hula hoop. It's not too big, but I think it's big enough that it'll look really awesome. And what we need now is some of those spokes. Now, there's many different ways that I could approach this. I'm obviously, you know me, I'm going to do it probably the hardest and wrongest way possible. There's probably easier ways, and if you have an easier way, let me know for the next time, if there is a next time. In the meantime, let's do it my way. So I've got these 10-foot sections of PVC pipe that I'll be using as the spokes in the wheel, and I'll somehow fasten them to that hula hoop. And I've got an idea for the handles, because these aren't going to look quite like the good handles on a ship, but I came across something that I'll show you I picked up at the dollar store, and I think it might do the trick. At least I'm hoping it'll do the trick. We'll see. Again, this is going to be very lightweight, which is going to be real nice and easy to transport, move around, that kind of thing. Plus, I want to have a skeleton, like my old buddy over here, manning this thing. So I might even actually make it spin and turn. So I'll probably leverage one of my motor systems that I've got to do that. So I'll cut these down and then try to affix them to the hula hoop. Maybe I'll just use twist ties at the beginning. I also got something else I'm going to use for the hula hoop to give it a little bit more bulk, and maybe even some of these a little bit more bulk, and that is a pool noodle. So I'll wrap the hula hoop with a pool noodle, and that should give me some bulk. And then, of course, you know, at the end of the day, we'll paint it all, so it won't look the same. So let's begin by cutting these down. Okay, so I've cut out 4 sections that are equal length, approximately 3 feet, and they fit nicely in that hula hoop, as you can see. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to make as many different ways to do it, because I'm worried about the center, but I think I can drill straight through the center and put just a little cover over top of here to give it some look. What I'm going to do is make 2 crosses essentially, and I'll put one on one side of the hula hoop and the other on the other side of the hula hoop, and I think it'll look all right if I do it like that. And then just to make sure these things lay a little bit flat, I think I'm going to carve into these things so they can kind of go a little bit more flush together, so they're not sticking up like that. So that's the next step. You can kind of see the concept or the idea starting to take shape. So what I'm going to do is get that middle all secure. Now, I was going to glue it, but I found this whole roll of duct tape, and it's not a project unless there's a lot of duct tape. So going to duct tape it. Worked out pretty good. Now that I've got them taped, it's time to tape them together. Shiver me timbers. Well, there we go. It's starting to look like the wheel. I don't think it looks too bad, all things considering. We're not done yet. So like I said, I want to thicken these up with a pool noodle. I got ideas for the handles, although these aren't looking too bad right now. And then we'll have to put bolts through here so that we can hook it onto something that will spin a little bit more freely. But there you go. I'm kind of liking the green on there because I think it'll give a nice eerie green glow. So I'm not going to get rid of too much of that. And I thought of something, you know, with the way the duct tape's on there, it kind of looks almost like leather wraps, which I think is befitting some kind of haunted ship. So rather than doing the whole thing black, which is going to be hard to see, I think I'm going to throw some bright colors in there as well, kind of brighten it up a little bit. Maybe I'll make it look a little more wooden looking. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm loving the way it came out. Yo ho ho, I'm really liking how this turned out. You know, looking for more of an authentic looking wheel, but in retrospect now, yeah, I kind of like this. This looks a little bit more haunting. I'm gonna, you know, lighten up some of these things to make it look like maybe it's bandages or something that they, you know, clothing that they tore and tied everything together with, or maybe some leather. And but I'm really liking the look. I like the little bit of the green popping through from the pool noodle. But I think that's going to look really good. In fact, I don't think I'm going to do anything much more with the handles. I was thinking of some rope on the tips or something, but I'll play that out as it goes. But hey, wow, that came out pretty darn good, I think. I don't know what you think. Give me some comments. Show me some love. I mean, again, this is one of those projects that is going to cost you less than 20 bucks at the end of the day, and probably take you an hour at the top end to complete if you're using a static prop. And if you're going to want to see what this thing looks like when it becomes animatronic, stay tuned for my next YouTube video.